and Dylan Jabir coming home third in Class A. But Gaza, the challenge cars back out on the track for their second outing.
Yep, and this is the one a lot of people look forward to, GTI Challenge, and there's a very exciting field in Class A, in Class B, and we actually missed out some of the best racing, in fact, was in Class C, and by the time we realized it, we were halfway through the race already. So I think for this one, let's just have a bit of a bigger look at that Class C, what we like to call the Brat Pack. And probably joining the Brat Pack during the course of this year will be Miss Wingfield that we spoke to earlier on.
Yeah.
And Kiara was saying, like, Class A, a bit hectic, Class B, mediocre, Class C, I like that. She says, like, the Brat Pack, she says, yeah, that one, the Brat Pack. So, well, who knows? Maybe we'll see Kiara out there joining them. Philip Bezuidenhout that battled Frankie in race number 1. It didn't work out for him. Nathan Victor, as we said, expect him to be the thorn in the side of the two front runners, Marco Busi and Umpi Swart. Nathan Victor did follow through on Busi when Swart went off in 5, and then Bezuidenhout also having an off as well, and that dropped him down. So that just opened it wide open at the front end of Class A. Zaki Hendricks being held in that second position and not being able to dominate that Class B today.
Yeah, Ryan van Eeren was the man that dominated with Zaki that was in second, and then there was a massive fight behind him between Tahir Kalfi, Mario Roux and Dani Sandenberg. So there was a beautiful fight going on out there, and of course John Henry Vaughan. You can't forget about John Henry Vaughan. Class C was mainly up front between Dylan van Eeren was at the sharp end of the field, Dario Busi was at the sharp end of the field. They basically led the Class C contingency around for the entire opening race for GTI Challenge. However, it is the second race, and if I have a look at Class C, there are phenomenal names here that's coming through. Adriano Ferrari is a man to watch. Ross Schroeder of API Property, Lady Racer Liska van Rooyen. So Kiara would be awesome to come and just join Class C because what a name. She does need Liska. She does need a lady friend out there. Mark Fontini, Daniel Muna, Riza Levy had trouble out there with a 45 car. Zach Leyden from the Western Province karting section, and of course Tristan Jabir. So some big names coming through from the Class C side of it.
Class A with the invert is going to be amazing stuff to watch, because it's going to be Skull Keldernace and Ian Cup on the front row. Then we're going to have Jean de Marais and Dylan Jabir. Then behind that becomes Nathan Victor with Bezuidenhout behind him. And then we've got the fastest man probably on paper out there is Umpi Swart, and right in front of him is Marco Busi. Now Marco Busi starting in front of Umpi Swart with Clinton Bezuidenhout alongside. That means that Nathan Victor becomes your odds-on favourite to work his way to the front of Class A after a couple of corners. Having said that, never count out Skull Keldernace or Ian Cup.
I think they're going to keep an eye on Dylan Jabir. He came third in race 1. If things go Dylan's way this year, well, you could see a different Dylan Jabir, and it's already started by a P3 in race 1. But let's not give him the commentator's curse. Let's see what he can do in race number 2. Right, we're about to go racing, and away we go. Class A cars off the line. Now watch out, and as you were saying, Gaza, diving through on the outside. Oh, they're on the dirt, they're on the grass, they're side by side, they're 4x4 going into turn number 1. It's chaos, they're not all going to make it through there. No, there's trouble, and I think that might have been
Keldernace.
Could have been Skulky that got himself sideways coming out of turn 1. It is indeed Skull Keldernace.
Yep, he was the man that got himself turned around there. Look at that. Bezuidenhout's got himself up into second. Umpi's got himself up into that third position. But here comes Class B going down towards turn number 2. And we've got a spinner. I think that is Brett van der Schyf.
Yes.
Yeah, Van der
and
Schaefer's
John
gone
Henry
off.
Vaughan, sorry Gary, there must be something in turn 2. There's a lot of cars all over the place in turn 2. Must be oil that John Henry Vaughan was sideways there. The other Sundenberg was sideways. So there could be something on the circuit in Castrol Corner.
Well, let's see what happened when the Class C cars come through there. They all seem to go through quite fine. But let's go back to that Class A as they work their way down the back, mate. Frankie, I think your prediction might just come true.
Well, it is indeed Nathan Victor that leads. So your prediction is coming true at this stage of the game.
Nathan Victor.
Yes, Nathan has got that lead and he's pulling away. Umpi says, where the hell are you going? And he's in second place. He's going right after him as they storm down into turn number 1. Racing down. Dennis Clinton, the side note, that is there in that third spot. Followed there by Marco Busi, Jean-André Marais, Dylan Jabé, Ian Cup and Skulk Geldenhuys.
Well, let's see what happens. Here's the next group coming towards us. Now, look at this. This is your Class B battle. Calpe, that was down in 5th in class, is up into the front end. It's Zaki Hendricks that's in that second position. Sandenberg, that was right in there behind him, but Van Eerden has taken over that position from him.
Yeah, Van Eerden is in there. Then right behind him is Mario Roux. That is those 5 cars that's heading towards turn number 2, Castrol Corner. So we're going to keep an eye on them as they work their way out. It is those were the 5 cars that were dicing in race number 1. But we go and have a look at Class C. We pick up the Class C cars. There they go. They're heading towards turn 2 right now. Class C. And it is Fontini. That's Mark Fontini that sits up there in the sharp end of the field, and right there with him is Dylan Van Eerden and the 62 of Dario Busias. Class A work their way into turn 5 fast on.
Nathan Victor leads them out. It's Umpi Swart. Then it is Geldenhuys, and that just ahead of Bezuidenhout. And that means that Marco Busi out of the top 3 for the first time since the sun rose this morning.
Marco is ahead of Clinton as they go down. Marcus sits in P3. Remember that Geldenhuys had the turnarounds. He's at the back of Class A. So as they work their way out of turn number 1, it is indeed Summit Racing's Nathan Victor that sits there in P1, followed there by the Bullion IT man in its second position as Class B work their way now on screen towards turn number 1, and it's been led there by Mohammed Kalfi.
Yep, he stays ahead of Hendricks. Hendricks somehow seems to always be in that second position. It's sometimes Kalpi, it's sometimes Van Eerden in front of him, but Hendricks in that second, Van Eerden in third. Sandenberg having a pretty good run, 4th in class so far.
That's Sandenberg Jr. And then behind him is Mario Roux that is in that fight as well. And then it is Thompson making his way out. And then behind Thompson is Faisal Jacobs. Now Faisal Jacobs is in the I'm led to believe, Janu van der Westhuizen car as the Class A cars roll down the back main towards Fostron Corner.
Umpi Swart doing what he does best, work your way on the inverted grid from the back of the pack. He's caught him very, very quickly.
There's somebody off in 5, or they could just put a wheel on the dirt maybe, but there's definitely some dust there in 5. I think they might have just clipped the dirt coming out of Fostron.
Yeah, we had a look with the camera, but we couldn't see anything there. So Nathan Victor leads out. Umpi Swart comes up on the inside line. Are they going to make contact? Nathan Victor does not back out of it whatsoever. He holds on, and it's Umpi Swart that's in that second position. I don't believe that Swart couldn't catch him that quickly and then not somehow make a way past. But right now, he's still not the leader in the class. It's a brilliant ride for 2 races now by Nathan Victor.
Class B is going into turn number 1 into holes. And it's still Mohammed Kalfi that sits there in P1, followed there in second place. Oh, this is close. This is close. Zaki Hendricks and having a lunge on the outside is Ryan Van Eerden. But Van Eerden cannot make the move on him. And then Mario Roux has got his nose ahead there of Donnie Sandenberg Jr. Class C, they working their way out of turn number 1. Sorry, Gary. And that one's been led there by Mark Fontini as they race down into turn number 1. It looks like, yes, it is Fontini putting a lap on one of the Class B cars. And then behind him is Van Eerden.
Well, that is one hell of a battle that they've got going through there. Class A, Class B, and Class C. Let's go back to Class A. Coming down underneath the City of Cape Town and the Castrol Bridge. It is Victor from Swart from Boosie. Then it is Bezuidenhout. Then Dylan Joubert. Then there's a bit of a gap after Dylan Joubert. It is Murray from Cup. And then the one that you see coming through Singleton by himself, that is in fact Geldenhuys. So that means that the Class B are coming up towards us now. And that should be Kalpi that is leading. Yes, it is. It's Kalpi that is leading the Class Bs ahead of Zaki Hendricks, who's coming under pressure once again from Van Eerden, and they are literally rubbing wheel nuts as they work their way through the apex and exit of turn 1.
Yeah, just a correction, there is Dylan Van Eerden that leads Class C from Boosie. Fontini sits about 4th in that class. All right, we have trouble going into turn number 2, and that is Ryan Van Eerden and Zaki Hendricks. Van Eerden is going, Hendricks is in that cloud of dust. He's in that cloud of dust. There he goes. He's back going again. No, it's not. He is still trying to get going. He's making his way towards the exit of Castrol Corner. So trouble out there for Zaki Hendricks.
Well, we almost got that one on the camera shot as we wanted it, but let's go back to Class A. It's side by side. It's Nathan Victor that's going one-on-one at the front end of the field. I think it could be Swart that's going to go to the front. Swart has got that inside line, and yes, he takes it from Nathan Victor. Umpi Swart from the back end of Class A through to the front end of Class A. So at this stage of the fight, Bezuidenhout is not having a good day. He still finds himself in that 4th position. He's not managing to do better than that as they're going to the entrance of 2.
Well, we're going to watch them as they make their way out of the kink. They're not going to give each other. These two guys did Polar Cup racing together, and Nathan Victor of Summit Racing says, you're not getting a nose ahead of me. But they've got to watch out for Marco Boosie. That's in that 3rd place as they run it up the Tygerberg Hill. Or the Tygerberg Straight is basically a hill through Saddle Sweep. Double right-hander. Watch out for the man that sits there in P3. Watch out for Marco Boosie. Down the back, man, they go. Boosie's got the best seat in the house. And now Victor is lining him up. The line is being covered there, though, by Umpi Swart, which means that Victor will have to try and drive around him the long way in Fostron Corner, and this has brought Marco Boosie in P3 even closer.
Now, Frankie, you say Boosie got the best seat in the house. I think that Umpi will say, I got the best seat. I'm actually in front of these frequent flyers.
Well, down the back main straight they go, and they were bobbing and weaving. This one's on, and if they keep on like this, Gaza, that car you see at the background there, Clinton Bezuidenhout, is going to catch up to the 3 of them very, very soon.
Yeah, Clinton not far behind them at all. He just did a 125.797. The others doing a 25.2. But this battle carries on. Nathan Victor is not giving up whatsoever. He's all over the back of Umpi. But Marco Boosie, he's accustomed to going one-on-one with Umpi. And then there are others. Well, now it is a 3-way. And Boosie has got in front of him Umpi Swart. Behind him is Nathan Victor. So the other way around, it's Nathan Victor that's in front of him. In front of that is Umpi Swart. Bezuidenhout must try and get a nice open lap and try and catch them.
Well, what drama out there as we're going to pick them up. Class B is making its way out of Castrol Corner, and that has been led there by a lonely Tahir Kalfi. I keep on saying Mohammed Kalfi, it's Tahir Kalfi, and he is far down the road from Ryan Van Eerden, that's there in that 2nd place. And then we also see Donnie Sandenberg coming through. So Class B that was so close because of its situation we had in Castrol early on, that's blown that one wide apart. But Gary coming out of turn 2 now. That's a lovely fight in Class C. And it is Boosie versus Van Eerden. The 2 of them are nose to tail as they work their way out of Interceptor.
The other Boosie, Marco Boosie, is going one-on-one, door handle to door handle with a man that is right at the front end of the field. That is Nathan Victor. So both of the Boosie boys are in one hell of a battle.
Well, it's all game on here as we watch the Class A cars working their way around. I just lost them for a moment there, Class A, but there they come out of turn number 3, out of Interceptor, heading towards Saddle Sweep, and they will be blasting down the back main. There they go. But now it's all game on because Marco Busi is having a look up on the inside of Nathan Victor, and they are side by side, and Busi has got the line for Fostron.
A very casually waved blue flag there, but it's casual, but it's actual chaos that's coming through from behind because Busi is now ahead of Nathan Victor. But the problem for the two of them is that it's checkered flag time and it's going to go to Umpi.
Right, Umpi Swart will bring it home in P1. He finishes in P1. Busi comes home in second, just ahead there of Nathan Victor. That was side-by-side stuff with Clinton Besaidenout finishing his race as well. Man, that was some excellent stuff out there. Then it was Dylan Hubert in P4, followed there by Jean-Andre Marais and Ian Cup. Those are the cars that's crossed the line in Class A. Geldenhuys finishing his race. So all the A cars are done. And here comes Mohammed Kalfi. Well, Kalfi was in the lead in that class. It might be the other way around. Here they come across the line now. It is Van Eden. He's taken the checkered flag red. I'm sure I was right. Yes, it was Van Eden that came home in P1. Roo eventually finished in second. Sundenberg is finishing in that third place. Tahir Kalfi's got a problem because he's dropping all the way down the leaderboard. I think he might be out, Tahir Kalfi, because Donnie Sundenberg has come through. Thompson has come through. Jacobs has come through. So yeah, there were definitely problems out there for Tahir Kalfi on the final lap. Class C was a great fight. Still is a great fight. I think they have finished their race already, and it is Marco, listen to me, Dodo Busi that beats out Dylan Van Eden, and Daniel Muna will finish third in that class, ahead there of Tristan Hubert and Mark Fontini.
So Class A, Umpi Swart from Marco Busi, Nathan Victor, Clinton Besaidenout. Your Class B, Ryan Van Eden. Well, what a drive by Ryan Van Eden. That was really good, going up against the best of the best in Class B and coming out top. So Ryan Van Eden showing that he's good to go for Class B ahead of Mario Roo. That's first and second in Class B. I'll have a look. That was the start of the race for the folks at home, and that was the footage that was brought to you of that incident, which saw a complete mix-up of the Class A cars in turn number 1.
Yeah, that was Skull Geldenhuys who got spat out there.
And look at this one.
10 car, and that's the incident that Zaki Hendricks was involved in car number 7. So Zaki was standing in that cloud of sand and dust, and lucky not to be collected there by people like Mario Roo and Donnie Sundenberg Jr. You can still see that car standing there at home on your screen in that cloud of dust as we see another replay of the start of the race. So that was API Property Group GTI Challenge race number 2, and we've got 2 more races left for the day, the Formula Libre single-seaters, and then we'll end the day off with the Thermofires Clubman's Saloons.